Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have some more Call of Duty World War II, and surprise, surprise, they released the second weekend of the beta one day early. They have increased the level cap up to 30, which is going to bring with it a brand new rifle, a new map, a new sniper rifle, a new score streak, a new basic training, as well as a new tactical grenade, and I have footage of all of that to share with you guys here in this video. Keep in mind the level cap is going to be gradually increased from 30 up to 40 over the course of the weekend, and as a result, we are going to have more things to unlock, more weapons, more score streaks, and stuff like that. And I will be making more videos sharing that content as it becomes available. Let's start things off here with Aachen, the brand new map that released. It's a war-torn city in northern Germany, a very big map by World War II standards. I mean, this map has a lot of very long lines of sight, lots of head glitching, and as a result, people tend to either love it or hate it. Now, I'm in the camp of people who love it, and here is why. I love the fact that I can use a rifle or a sniper rifle or a light machine gun on this map and have those guns actually be effective at what they do. When I'm playing on Point to Hawk or I'm playing on the Ardennes Forest, I can use those weapon types, sure, but most of the time, I'm pretty much pretending they're submachine guns and competing with submachine guns at very close ranges, whereas on this map, I can actually use a rifle and take somebody out across the map, and that actually feels very good. I will argue that the map is not the best laid out map in the entire history of Call of Duty, but so far, I'm actually enjoying it compared to the other maps in Call of Duty World War II, and I would love to hear what you guys think about the map Aachen down there in the comment section below. I know a lot of people don't like all the head glitching. I can definitely see an argument for that, but for me personally, the map so far feels pretty good, and I'm excited to continue playing it, get a lot of games in, lots of games of Dom, lots of games of TDM, lots of games of Hardpoint, and really see how good the map itself actually is. So this entire time, you guys have been watching me use the M1A1 Carbine rifle. I freaking love this thing, man. I would go as far as to say it's probably my favorite rifle in the game so far. It's a semi-automatic rifle that is a 3-shot kill at pretty much every single range. It has a 15-round magazine, it has a very fast fire rate, and it has virtually no recoil whatsoever, and as a result, it's a skill weapon. Like most semi-automatic rifles in the Call of Duty franchise, it's a skill weapon. You have to have a very good trigger finger and very good aim to be successful with this thing, but if you can do those things, it's actually very good. I've seen some people making the criticism that the M1A1 is not as good as the M1 Grand because the M1 Grand can secure a 2-shot kill. Well, the thing about the Grand, and we're going to be talking about the Springfield with some similar problems going forward, is that the Grand is clunkier. It has a slower fire rate, it has a little bit more recoil, it only has a 7-round clip by default, not counting extended mag, of course, and it's a clunkier rifle, right? Whereas the M1A1 is a very smooth rifle, it has a very fast fire rate, no recoil whatsoever, and it's a 3-shot kill. It's one of those guns where, in practice, it is, in my opinion, better than the M1 Grand, because I can take on 2 submachine gun guys up close if I can shoot fast enough and if I can aim well enough, whereas when I'm using the M1 Grand, it's kind of harder to be able to do that. So far, I've really been enjoying my time with the M1A1. I recommend using the reflex sight. I mean, the iron sights aren't bad, but the reflex sight on a semi-automatic rifle is just very, very good. Then put on high caliber, and those are really the only 2 attachments you need. You could try other things like quick draw or extended mag, but so far, just these 2 attachments are really all you need to be successful with the M1A1. That and a little bit of aim, which is honestly kind of hard given how easy the submachine guns are to use in this game and how much they strafe around and stuff like that. But so far, really enjoying the M1A1. Next up, let's talk about the M1903 Springfield Sniper Rifle. People have been anticipating this thing for a very long time. Since the first trailer dropped and people saw the Springfield, they've been awaiting the time where it's actually available, they can actually get their hands on it. So this gun so far is going to be kind of like the 50 cal of Call of Duty World War II, and what I mean by that is it's actually said to have the largest one-hit kill zone of any sniper in the game, but that comes at the cost of more idle sway and a slower fire rate. I'm actually showing you guys right now a side-by-side comparison. On the left is going to be the Springfield, on the right is going to be the Commonwealth. Keep in mind, I have no attachments on either of these, and as you guys can see, the Springfield definitely has more idle sway. It's kind of similar to Modern Warfare Remastered, where the R700 has more idle sway than the M40A3, but it also has more damage. Now, we can also see from this comparison that the Springfield itself is going to be shooting slower than the Commonwealth, so I'm interested to see how the sniping community is going to adopt the Springfield. Sure, it's more powerful, but it only has 5 shots compared to the Commonwealth, which has 10. The Commonwealth has a faster fire rate, it also has less idle sway, so I'm wondering if people are actually going to play with the Springfield a bunch, or if they're just going to go back to the Commonwealth. I would love to hear what you guys think about that down there in the comment section below. Next up, we have a brand new score streak. It's going to be called the Mortar Strike. It's going to cost 750 score. You target 3 locations, and then bombs come down and attack those locations. It's very similar to the Mortar Team or the lightning strike that we've seen in previous Call of Duty games. So far, it seems to be pretty good. When you're playing on Aachen, the map itself has a lot of cover, so score streaks aren't exactly amazing on that map, but if you're playing on something like Point de Hoc, or if you're playing on the Ardennes Forest, this score streak is actually pretty powerful, and it's very good in objective game modes. Next up, let's take a look at the Ordnance Basic Trainings. This is basically going to be the new hardline here of Call of Duty World War II. It's going to reduce the cost of your score streaks and give you the ability to re-roll your care packages. Now, it doesn't reduce them by a flat amount. It changes based off of these score streaks. So for the Molotovs, it reduces the cost by 75 score. The recon aircraft, the care package, the fighter pilot, and the glide bomb are reduced by 125 score, and the mortar strike, artillery, and paratroopers are reduced by 150 scores. So all in all, I've actually really enjoyed my time using this. As somebody who plays a lot of objective game modes, it's really nice to be able to get these score streaks a lot easier, especially in domination. Now that the points per kill has been increased up to 100, this is actually a very powerful basic training, and I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of people running it as soon as they actually have it available. Finally, let's take a look at the Mark V gas grenade, or the MKV gas grenade. I'm not sure which one they want me to go with here. It's a tactical grenade here in World War II that unleashes a poisonous smoke screen which blurs the vision of enemies and impairs movement. Basically, it's going to be a lot like the Nova gas from the original Black Ops or the Taven gas from World at War. It's not very powerful. It does a little bit of damage, it would appear. You get hit markers, and if you stand in your own, it seems to damage you a little bit, but aside from that, it doesn't really do a whole lot. It can deter opponents from trying to get on objectives because there's this big green smoke, which typically scares people away. If they see a big green smoke, they're most likely not going to try to run in there. I find it's actually kind of useful when playing game modes like Hardpoint, so far, I'm underwhelmed by it, but it could actually be very powerful. We're going to have to see. We're talking about a tactical grenade here. It's a bit more difficult to judge how good it actually is. I've played around with it a handful of games so far. It seems to do its job just fine, but it doesn't seem to be overpowered or underpowered. It just kind of seems to be this thing that deters people from wanting to run through certain doorways and stuff like that. I mean, it's green smoke. It's scary. So I would love to hear what you guys think about it down there in the comment section below. Those of you who play on Xbox, I'm very happy you guys are now able to finally play the private beta. Let me know in the comments, how are you guys digging the game so far? And for you PlayStation guys, how are you guys digging the new content? Because chances are most of you guys are higher levels and have unlocked some of this stuff so far. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear that down there in the comment section below. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.